Okay, good evening, Professor Wolford. This is Matt Schreiber. I'm talking to you about my final project, the web app and Android application. Before I go through the functionality of my two pieces of code, I just wanted to mention briefly some of the problems that I ran into. My application is supposed to be a workout tracker. It tracks both the content of workouts, the types of exercises, as well as the number of reps and the number of sets and the things like that, as well as user stats, height, weight, BMI, body fat, and that sort of thing. So I have the idea was to be able to have forms both on the native application and on the web for users to be able to enter in that information. I got that implemented on the web, but unfortunately not fully on the native application. I couldn't figure out in Android a good way of getting an expanding list so that users could add multiple exercises and have the list expand to meet their needs. That was fairly easy to do in JavaScript on the web application side, but not easy to do in Android. Also, I'd been hoping on Android to be able to use the camera and the Tesseract optical character recognition library to scan documents in, but I ran into an issue where I couldn't get the libraries needed to upload to the device. So that Tesseract could do its recognition. So unfortunately, that went unimplemented. So I've had to basically use some dummy values where I would have had the text of the scanned document loaded in. The idea was to be able to scan in, say something that you would get from a trainer, and load that in as part of the workout. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. As I said, I put dummy values in the place so I can still at least demonstrate to you the idea of what was going to happen. Anyway, so this you see in front of you is the welcome screen for the web interface. So I've set up a dummy account under the username user and password. So let's see. Let's first edit the stats. I'll just say weight 175, height 5, and height inches 11. Body fat percentage, let's do 12. So you got a little nice message to say that it's updated the stats. So let's see, now we can add a workout. I'll just call this Monday. Oh, another thing that I wasn't able to get working was the photo upload. I tried to re-implement the code that I did for the second assignment in Flask as opposed to the bottle framework, which is what I had used for the first assignment, and unfortunately I was not able to get that working either. So let's just see, chest press sets 4. Let's do 8 reps, add, do lat pull downs, and just make it the same amount. Then we can hit submit, and it'll redirect us back to the home where we have Monday's workout. These are just dummy links. Was not able to fully implement the edit and deletion of that. I got caught up with other things. So that's pretty much it for the web app. The web app also does a cron job where it'll take the user's current stats and compare them to the first entered stats, and then spit out a report about how much they've improved or not improved over time. Okay, so let me get you back to the emulator. See the native app. So this is the native app. This is based largely on the work that I'd done in going through Big Nerd Ranch's Intro to Android book. I adapted a lot of the code that was used for one of their sample projects over to this, and then implemented a few things in addition to that, in addition to doing the challenges in the various chapters in the book. So very limited ability to add a workout. So I can take a photo. The photo works on the hardware device. My webcam, I can't get it hooked up to the emulator. So, I'll just call this Tuesday. Well, that works on the hardware device. I don't know why it's not working here on the emulator. And then you just, if this had been a fully working app, there would be fields here for the reps and workout and the exercise names, just like the other one on the web app. So this should, I think, work. It worked from the hardware device earlier. So hopefully that's done the trick. Just refresh refresh this now, and there we go. Okay, so that's a really sweet workout. That's the dummy value that I put in because I couldn't scan in the documents. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the interface. Very simple. I mean, there's a couple of little things like, you know, go back here. I don't know why that didn't show up here. It does on the hardware device. When you hit the back button, it saves it. Show and hide subtitle. Let me see if I can at least try to open the camera. No. Let's find out why that is. Yep, camera activity. Failed to connect to the camera service. That's because, for whatever reason, I think I don't have proper hardware permissions or something. Anyway, okay, so code, nothing really special. It's a Flask web app. All the typical Google and Flask imports up there. I'm using a lot of Flask plugins to make things easier. Bootstrap, and then Sessions and what's it called? Beaker to manage sessions. It's very similar to Assignment 2. I re-implemented a fair amount of functionality, clean things up quite a lot. Not really much tricky going on. I'll give you a brief run through of the code that is called from the cron job, since you're not going to see that in operation. So basically, we get we query the user from the NDB data store and grab all of the users and then iterate through them using the NDB data store's built-in iter function. Each user has a current stats and starting stats associated with them, so we assign that to those variables, breaking out if for whatever reason they don't have one or the other or both of them. Here is something a little bit unfortunate. I was trying to work with some of the hooks for NDB models where you can call some code before the call to put it into the data store, or the call to get it out of the data store. Unfortunately, that didn't work, so I just have to use this what I intended to be a private function called calcbmi to get the body mass index. So then basically it just iterates through that, makes a little nice little very very succinct report, and then stores that about the user's change in weight and body mass and so on, and then stores that in the user's report and stores the user back in the data store again. So that's pretty much it. I'll give just sort of the bird's eye view of the Android code. Maybe I'll show you the OCR code because I think it's kind of neat. Alright. So basically, all you have to do once you have the photo in memory, you convert the photo to a bitmap in the argb 88888 format. I've done some things here to rotate the photo because there was no way to get it to stay at a fixed rotation when taking the photo. So this code here with the matrix corrects for the rotation of the device at the time the photo was taken, and then it just sends it to run OCR on bitmap, which sets up the Tesseract base API, and then just very, very, I'm sure very ingeniously behind the scenes converts the bitmap over into a regular old string. So all I was going to do was just return the string and hope at some point to implement parsing server side to, say for instance if we had a format of like comma separated values for the workout with the name of the workout and the number of the reps and so on, server side that could have chopped it up. But unfortunately, since I couldn't get that working, I had to mothball those plans. That's really it. It's very simple. I'm just glad it's done. This was a tough one. Anyway, I hope things are well with you. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the final. Okay, take care. Bye bye.